page about the whole HBCU in Mississippi that was sorry, I'm eating a biscuit, that was invited to Donald Trump's inauguration, and people feel some type of way about that. And let me give my 2 cents. I mean, I could mention at the fact of like Donald Trump doesn't care about middle and low class citizens. He doesn't care about black people in general. He doesn't care about HBCUs. In fact, like, he wanted to take funding out of HBCUs when he was in office. I could mention that, but that's not the reason why I'm upset. I'm upset at the fact of like this small HBCU have to pay their way to get to DC. And mind you, Donald Trump and Elon Musk are both billionaires. They can afford to have them band students get on a private jet and fly to DC.
So here we go. That's one, though. I've been saying this for the last, a couple months now. It's 2025. It is going to be a very emotionally exhausting 4 years for a lot of these people, right? A lot of these black liberals. And you see this Seabiscuit head girl with this damn bonnet on her head. And these are the kind of women I pay zero attention to in public. If you come out looking like you just rolled out of bed and you didn't take a shower today, I have nothing for you, ma'am. While you sitting there choking on your biscuit, loud and wrong about everything she just said. I'm like, yo, this, and I know she's the type to walk in public like that, because it's probably more people who've seen that video of her in that bonnet than if she walked into Walmart. You know what I'm saying? And then you got this sassy guy right here, the sassy typical black liberal, Don Lemonade-esque. And like, they are going nuts because Mississippi Valley State University marching band, these guys right here, it's a band of 250 people, black folks, HBCU school. Not the most popular one, but they are an HBCU school. And they were invited to perform at the inauguration that's going to be on Martin Luther King Day for Trump's presidency. So look, I could see if they was like tap dancing and they was just like, please, Mr. Trump, please let us perform. And they just was begging. They were invited, okay? And then the outrage. Now, if you do your history, and this girl, like I say in this video, is idiot. Oh, why, if they billionaires, why don't they pay for it? That's not how it works. When you get invited as an institution or as an organization to an event, you have to pay for the travel, dummy. The travel, the accommodations, the meals, the equipment, transport, you have to pay for that. Now, since the goal was $350,000, they lowered it to $240, and they've almost reached it. Good for them. Now, it's a lot of black folks, I wouldn't donate them a bologna sandwich. You know what I mean? Them type of niggas. If you do your history, look, they actually, as a band, have done this before. They performed for President Nixon in his inauguration back in '68. I'm pretty sure it wasn't this much backlash. There was no TikTok or Twitter back then either. But black folks weren't as selectively sensitive as you are now. It's just like, you gonna be outraged at everything? We gonna give these kids, right? These are kids. We gonna give these kids the Chrisette Michelle treatment. Remember how y'all dogged her out when she did the inauguration thing a couple years ago? Like, come on, man. And there goes another one right here.
So like, this is an opportunity. I don't see what's wrong with it. Let's just support them. No, it is completely fine to say no. And I reject the framing that this is an opportunity. Sure, in any other circumstance, playing for a dignitary is an opportunity. It is an honorable thing to do. It is your honor, okay? But what happens when the dignitary does not have any honor? What happens? What happens? Exactly.
Tell you everything in my that is a Kamala supporter, right? Do I have to even say it, right? She goes straight into characteristics. He's a bad person and this and that. He's the president. You've had 2 months for this to sink in now. You've been through this before. Like, y'all are gonna do this every day for the next. Come on. And they look stressed out. They look exhausted. We've seen Kamala walking around here drunk, looking crazy after she went on her vacation. The supporters are starting to look stressed out too.
So that they can perform at the Orange Guys inauguration on Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday. I swear, y'all, I can't make this stuff up, even if I try. Again, for the people in the back, an HBCU band is raising money to perform for the men who's been threatening to get rid of the Department of Education on a day meant to honor Dr. King, the same Dr. King who fought for civil rights, equality, and access to education for black folks. Bruh, the irony is so thick I need a chainsaw to cut through it. Now, don't get me wrong, I love a good marching band, and of course, I'm supporting my HBCUs. They provide top-tier entertainment, but raising money to attend inauguration of a man who's been threatening to eliminate the Department of Education, the math ain't mathing. No Department of Education means no federal funding for higher education. That's your Pell Grants, federal loans, and work-study programs.
Because I heard that you all were invited to Inauguration Day to go hang out with the Orange Menace on January 20th, and you have a GoFundMe to raise money. The Mississippi Valley State University Band has been invited to perform during the presidential inauguration parade in January. The Mean Green Marching Machine from Mississippi Valley State University has been invited to Washington, D.C. for the 60th presidential inauguration parade. Help us raise $350,000 to make this historic moment a reality. They've got a GoFundMe, and they've got a link for more information. Never mind as Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King's holiday weekend to commemorate his birthday. Never mind that Orange Menace Mussolini is doing everything he can to dismantle the Department of Education, to dismantle diversity, equity, and inclusion programs, to dismantle Black and Brown scholarship programs, and to dismantle funding for HBCUs.
They keep continuing on with this, he's going to destroy the Department of Education. Nobody's doing that. First of all, he said he'd reevaluate. And when you think about it, why? Look at the statistics. Based off how many people are going broke just to go to college, getting skills and not getting any skills, getting degrees that don't diminish in any jobs, right? You're coming out of college in debt. And then you got these kids that can't read. We got a literacy problem in America right now. Why are so many black kids in high school reading at a 4th grade level? And you are sitting here talking about somebody's going to destroy the public education. We need it to be destroyed and rebuilt back up. We got we got kids that know how to work tablets and gadgets and shit, but they can't read. They don't have any skills. Half of these kids can't write cursive. It needs to be reevaluated. You kidding me? I remember when I was in school, half of these niggas couldn't read. Now half of them have children. That's the scary part. The people who couldn't read 20 years ago have birthed children and they can't read either. Like, stop it, man. Our education system is trash, if you ask me, especially on a public school level. But he's gone. And look, I'm just reading at these tweets. Accepting an inauguration invitation is a disgrace. Just all the outrage. Danny Glover, this is an honor for any band. But, see, a lot of people are just ODing with this. Somebody saying after every disrespectful, insensitive, and defensive things this man has said about us, but we're doing too much. People are this is going to be a very emotional 4 years for a lot of y'all people. I pity you. I really do. We will never live in a perfect society or a perfect world. It is what it is. But it's funny, if Kamala was still in office, y'all wouldn't have an issue with anything. Y'all be sitting here acting like everything is all gravy and everything. But this, it just shows you the pettiness and the childish, you know what I'm saying? And these are kids. These kids have more maturity than y'all. I bet half of them kids, do you think everybody in that band voted for Trump? Probably not. They probably voted for Kamala. But even they can look past the president, election and all of that, and they can see the opportunity for what it is. Y'all claim y'all love HBCUs and y'all fucking support them. Now, granted, I do think it's more black folks that do support these kids than none. But I did have to call out the evil, hateful black liberals that are hating on these kids, because they did raise the money and they will be there. Good for them. But for y'all just gonna be sitting here pouting for the next 4 years, grow up or go move, go some fucking where, man. Y'all are ridiculous. Y'all are embarrassing, man. Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourselves.